10 to 28 Centennial, Framingham, 28 end of the building. You're missing the bottom stair on the stringer. You have emergencies because the welds broke there. You have original hardware over here, which is 50 to 75 years old. You could see here, you can see here where it's rusted through, and it's rusted through the channel. You can see the hole, and somebody welded a piece of plate there to cover it. You have here the space there where it's not tying in because there's all kinds of rust behind it. You can see the bracket where it's tied to the building here. Original bolts, 50 to 75 years old. The rail here, you can see that the lag bolts are pulling out of the building, out of the wood. Your supports here are all rust and original bolts, 50 to 75 years old. Original hardware here holding the clip back to the building. As you can see, this is the original hardware here, 50 to 75 years old. And this is the original hardware here holding this, 50 to 75 years old. You can see all the rust in it. Someone did change to put a new bolt in there. You can see all the rust in the stringer and rail connection there. You can see all the rust in the rail connection there, and it's eating out there.
Well, I tell you, I'd be scared, but I'm not, because
original hardware, 50, 75 years old there. Treads here. The bolts are broke on them. As you can see, this one that's coming up. You can see all the rust in the stringer clips here. Second floor landing. You can see all the rust in the stringer in the connection where the stringer connects to the rail. And you can see all the rust in the rail connection there. Here, you can see all the rust in the space there. I can get my finger in it where it's all eaten away. It's all eaten away there. Someone did bolts in here, but they did not clean it out. You can see the connection there. It's original connection, original bolt, 50, 75-year-old. The ladder should not be sitting on the grating like that. Here you only have one clip holding it. The bracket here, if what it's sitting on breaks, it will go down. And then you can see the connections up there. Here, someone replaced the leg bolts. They pulled the top in, the bottom is pulling out. The bolt is probably not getting a good grip. Here, new bolts. It's pulled in the wood better so that they're both holding. The connection going back to the wall, you can see the original bolt, 50, 75 year. You can see where someone did some caulking around that to try to keep the water out of it. And the connection up there, you can see where the bolt is. It's got extreme rust in it. Original square bolt, 50 to 75 years old. And then you get the hex bolts, square bolts here where it's attached to the building. Then you have spaces missing in the grating. And the grating is separating. I don't see any evidence of the floors being hooked down. The rails here, they didn't change all the bolts in the rails for the rail where they joined the rails together. Not proper overlap on the joint there. Same thing here, they didn't replace the rail bolts. And you can see the connections here where the brace goes to the wall. It's original bolt, 50, 75 years old. Here, the floor is not overlapped, that's why it's red, because the other floor is not touching it. And if you stand on it, you can see it going down when moving. You can see original square bolt hardware there that haven't been changed, which will need to be changed. And up in the braces there, they're all original square bolts. So they're all original hardware, 50 to 75 years old.